Hi guys, so today we're out here with the Compass 150cc centre console sports boat. So this is another one of our Compass range of boats, built by Compass, family-owned brand in Greece. They've been going since 1965. So they're a small family company and they make some really good boats. So they're all constructed from GRP fiberglass with the S4 construction method. So it's basically layers of fiberglass with foam between, making them really stable on the water and unsinkable. So they've got some really nice sleek designs, great family day boats or fishing trips, even some water sports, that sort of thing. Okay, so moving on to the technical specification for the 150. So it's a 15-foot in length boat, hence the name. It's a 6-foot 1-inch beam on this boat. It's got a 1-foot draft, so it's a Cat C rated boat, so you can take it out on the sea, inshore and fishing, that sort of thing. It's got a weight of 350 kilos, so you can actually have an unbraked trailer, so it's nice and easy to transport and store away. You can put them in your garage, on your drives, that sort of thing. It's got a max loaded weight of 495 kilos, so you can get a lot of people in there and a lot of gear. So the colour on this boat is Aegean blue, but we do have a lot of other colour options available. On the actual boat itself, we've got storm grey upholstery, and then we've got the Compass decals on there as well. But you can change all this as well. Okay, so moving to the bow of the 150. So we've got nav lights on either side, port and starboard. They all come standard with the boat. The boats come spec'd out as standard, so it's pretty much water ready really. There's quite a lot of optional extras you can get too. So you do bimini tops, you can get a sound system, you can get lettering down the side with your name on, you get rod holders, that sort of thing. But you do get a lot for standard, you don't necessarily need the extras. We've got anchor roller at the front with an anchor locker behind it. It's got a catch on, so all the lockers have catches on, which is good for when you're flying along the water. Moving further inside, so you've got 2 boarding steps at the front and then a seat on either side. These have got the upholstery on and then they've got lockers underneath as well, so you can open them up and there's plenty of space in there for storage. It's got a nice deep freeboard on this boat, so it's over 2 foot on this, which is a lot really. When you're in there you feel nice and safe. It's really stable on the water. You can move around easy enough and it's not going to wobble around. You can lean against the side. So yeah, there's a lot of space in there and a lot of storage. Okay, so moving further inside the boat, out the front here we've got the centre console. So obviously it's a centre console sports boat. On the centre console itself, you've got a grab rail around it, so for when you're going along, if you're standing up and steering or moving around the boat. You've got a smoke tinted windscreen, and you've also got a storage tray here, so you can put things like sunglasses in there, that sort of thing. You've got 2 long grab rails around the side. Moving further back onto the centre console, from the rear, you've got obviously a steering wheel, which comes fitted. You've got a 3-switch panel, so on that you've got your lights, and then also a manual override for the bilge pump. So on this boat it's an automatic bilge pump, but you can use that as well. You've got plenty of space in the dashboard here, so you can fit gauges, navigation gear, fishing gear. So we can obviously fit all that for you, and we can do it to your specification as well, so wherever you like stuff fitting. Inside you've got a 5-circuit panel, and you've also got a locker underneath for access or for storing any valuables in a dry locker. And then coming further back, so you've got the Helm seat, so it's a really comfortable seat. It actually flips up, so there's a locker underneath, which is a wet locker on this boat. So it's great for things like fishing trips or for storing your beers in there. And then the deck on the boat, it's a self-draining deck, so you can just leave that. You don't have to worry about it flooding. You can leave it, it's self-draining. And like I say, there's an automatic bilge pump as well. And then on each side, you've got 2 drink holders. So you've got 2 here and 2 there. So you can put your beer in there as you go along. Okay, so coming back to the stern of the boat, you've got your stern locker, which is really big on this boat. So in there, you've got your bilge pump, you've also got your fuel tank. There's room for a spare fuel tank as well if you want one. And then on the front of the locker, there's a battery isolator switch. So that's for the electrics on this boat. And there's also a fire extinguisher port for a safety feature. So if there's ever a fire, you can break through that and put a fire out that way. You've got your upholstery on top. And then coming further back, there's a piece that fits here, which can actually be taken out, so you can tilt your outboard up when you're trailering, that sort of thing. There's a room here for a steaming light. So within the locker is where your steaming light can be found, and you can just plug that into there, turn it on, and then it gives you another option there. Coming further back, you've got your grab rail here, And then on this boat, it's got a ladder, a boarding ladder at the back. So this just flips out like this, nice and easy. And you've got 3 rungs on there. So it's nice and easy to board. It goes deep into the water as well, so it's really easy to get on there. You've also got cleats at the back, which are really useful. The transom, and then there's an auxiliary transom as well. So if you wanted to fit a smaller outboard or an electric outboard, you can do that too. All right, so when it comes to putting an outboard in this boat, you can put up to a 60 horsepower on the back of this long shaft, and it's got a max design speed of 32 knots. So there's plenty of scope for water sports and things like that. You've got 2 D-rings on the transom as well, so you can tow off the back of this, inflatables, water skiing, that sort of thing. So in terms of the outboard, we've obviously stocked a lot of different outboard brands here, but you can put just about any engine on. So we've got a fitting service, so we can fit whatever engine you desire to be on this. All right, so that was the Compass 150cc. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and thanks for sticking around to the end if you have. So if you've got any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment, give us an email or a call. We've got packages of the boats available on our website, and obviously we've got dealers as well out there. So feel free to get in touch and we can help you out on that.